Our branch speech trek contest was held online in February via Zoom. 6 students from 5 San Diego County high schools participated. Our 6 contestants, looking from upper left on across, were Anish Nudurupati from the Mount Carmel High School, Esri Rohatji from the Grower School, Sanjana Kumar from the Francis Parker School, Amelia Nair from San Diego Academy, and Grace Wheeler, also from San Diego Academy, and Kelly Hu from Torrey Pines High School. I'd like to congratulate all of these contestants who participated. Their speeches were all very engaging, thoroughly researched, and thought-provoking. I'd also like to thank everyone who generously donated, our many branch members and supporters who supported this program. Because of your generous donations, we were able to award cash prizes to the top 3 contestants. I'd also like to thank the volunteers and the judges. One judge was an AUW member and League of Women Voters member, and the others were Toastmasters. Our branch top 3 contestants. 3rd place was Grace Wheeler. Grace is a junior at San Diego Academy. She is the debate president of her school's speech and debate team and likes to read and go backpacking in her free time. 2nd place is Kelly Hu, a junior at Torrey Pines High School. She's interested in biology and computer science. She's also on the Torrey Pines dance team, and in her free time enjoys reading, baking, or going to the beach with her friends. And Kelly says, I'm grateful for every opportunity I get to share my voice and opinion with others, and I encourage everyone to do the same. And finally, congratulations to our branch first place winner, Sanjana Kumar. This contestant's excellent speech was videotaped and viewed by a different panel of judges who selected her as one of the 3 state finalists. We're thrilled to announce that Sanjana placed 3rd in the AAUW state finals. Ms. Kumar is a sophomore attending the Francis Parker School in San Diego. She's passionate about the intersection of STEM and public service, and her focus areas are bioengineering, civil rights, and climate activism. When she's not pursuing these interests, you can find her in the dance studio, in the machine shop of her school's robotics team, or exploring San Diego with her older sister. Sanjana was recently awarded the title of Miss San Diego's Outstanding Teen under the Miss America Scholarship Competition, and will be competing for the title of Miss California Outstanding Teen in June. Congratulations, Sanjana. She will now share her remarks about the importance of public speaking and her experience with STEM studies.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I can hear you, and I can see you.
Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Corbett-Perry, for asking me to speak today. It was such a great experience competing in the speech track competition, and I had such a fun time listening to the other speeches and the other incredible research of the other speakers as well. A few of them I actually recognized from our own San Diego Speech and Debate League, so it was great to see that connection. In terms of my experience here today, I will admit, after hearing the incredible careers of so many women that are a part of AAW and associated with this organization, my interest may pale a little bit in comparison since I'm just a high school student, but I'm definitely really interested in STEM as well. So I participated in Speech Trek as opposed to Tech Trek. And the reason I did that is because I'm interested in the intersection of STEM and public service. So I am interested in STEM. I actually want to major in nuclear engineering with a minor in political science. So I very much do want to go in that STEM track. And I come from a family of engineers. Both my parents, my older sister is a biomedical engineer, and I do love technology, but the more I started doing technology, the more I took part in my school's speech and debate team, participated in science fairs, I began to realize that technology has infinite capabilities, but none of that can actually be utilized for public good without the intersection of public service. So as amazing as the capability of all the technology we work on is, artificial intelligence, deep learning, none of that can help any of the sectors that they could do so much good in unless people are advocating for them. And there are great communicators that are able to advocate on behalf of these technologies. So really, regardless of whatever field you go into, I think it's important to be able to be a good communicator. And, you know, I was able recently to participate in the Greater San Diego Science and Engineering Fair. And then after that, the California State Fair, where I focused on my project, AI-based drowsiness and distraction detection behind the wheel. And that was an implementation of artificial intelligence technology into a device that was able to detect within a couple seconds whether a driver was drowsy or distracted behind the wheel using their blink patterns. And that particular experience for me used a lot of what I had learned in speech track, because the whole point of the science fair is that you have to talk to judges and you have to kind of put yourself out there. So it's not enough to just do the science, because once you build the device, you have to talk and talk and talk about it to a lot of different people. So that particular experience allowed me to take my understanding of public service and take my understanding of a problem that we face within our communities and build it into a technological device using the engineering process that Romy was talking about earlier. And then once I was able to do that, I used that understanding of public service and talked to judges, and eventually was able to win the Greater San Diego Science and Engineering Fair. And I really attribute it to the wonderful opportunities I've been able to have to practice being a good communicator and practice expressing my ideas to others and talking about the prevalence of issues important to me. So that particular experience, being able to talk to judges, being able to see how technology can be used to really help people, to be used for the greater good, that's something that definitely solidified me in going on the career path I want to go on. So after I pursue those undergraduate degrees, my hope is to go to law school and legislate nuclear energy policy and really continue those pursuits of everything I've talked about and everything the speech track competition champions. So thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Sanjana. Thank you for your patience for the long program. I know you have a lot going on and are very busy, so we really appreciate your time. And please keep us posted about your journey. We're excited to hear about your path forward, and hopefully you'll come back and join us again in the future. Thank you. I'm going to share really quick then what our topic is going to be next year. We're really looking forward to this. This is a big, hot topic for our public policy. And this first statement is taken directly from the AEUW California Public Policy Priorities. To guarantee equality, individual rights, and social justice for a diverse and inclusive society, AEUW California advocates protection and expansion of voting rights. So the students will be speaking on how can communities, organizations, and citizens of all ages help protect and expand voting rights. So if you know a high school student who would like to participate in this program, please have them contact AEUW Del Mar-Leucadia, and I will continue on as the speech track coordinator next year. So I'm really looking forward to this timely topic and hearing what all our young folks and future leaders have to say. And with that, I'll turn it back to Lorraine. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Sharon. We were just going to have I wanted to go back to give, make sure that the speech track people got sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once. I used to be able to do 10 things at once, but I'm not as good as I used to be. Well, I wanted to introduce Linda Quinby to you, who worked at NASA, and she's going to give a very brief description of what she was doing in her career with NASA. Thanks, Linda.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Thank you.
I hope. Share. Okay, can you see it?
Great.
Okay, so what a bunch of awesome women. All of our young women and the other people who have spoken to you today. I'm going to talk, hopefully briefly, about Shakespeare, calculus, NASA, and me. There we go. I think a lot of times we like to think of the path from school to career as kind of a straight line journey, that we figure out what the goal is, we get on the road and we go for it. Well, the reality is somewhat different. I've found it's sort of like a traffic circle where you're trying to decide which exit to take. And there are always jogs in the road. And then sometimes you reach goals along your path, but then you make an adjustment and you head a little bit different direction, then you hit another goal. And so it turns into kind of a long and winding road. One of my colleagues at Lockheed years ago told me, you go through life putting tools in your toolbox, sometimes not knowing how you'll use them. Then one day a problem, challenge, or opportunity arises and you reach into your toolbox and pull out just the right tool. Education is about opening doors, pursuing your interests, and being open to new ones. During middle school, you start making more choices about what classes you're going to take. My primary interests at that point were math, and I got an opportunity to take advanced math, so I did. I took an algebra class, and also English and reading. So I decided to try some new things. I tried out for a school play and got a major role, and then I joined a summer theater group. Now, I must say there were no Oscars awarded for my performance, but it did help me overcome my basic shyness. In high school, you get even more choices. I could have chosen to stop at any point along the way, but I decided to continue to pursue the advanced and honors math track, taking Algebra 2, geometry, trigonometry, and even calculus and statistics. On the English and reading side, I was exposed to more literature, including Shakespeare and also Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. I can still quote to you the prologue to Canterbury Tales in Middle English. One that Aprila with the shortest sota, the drope of March hath passed to the rota. Okay, I'll move on. And I also got interested in live theater more and was able to see a performance of Romeo and Juliet in Central Park. More choices. Earth science seemed kind of a natural to take because I lived about 10 miles from the San Andreas Fault, or what my friend referred to as the world's only drive-through earthquake fault. You can see the folds in the earth in the picture on the left. I was told at the time that taking German might be useful if you were going into a technical field, so I took German. They offered a psychology class in summer school one year, so I went to summer school and found that very interesting. And I took a speech course. Again, it helped me overcome my shyness and also get better at presenting my ideas in public, which Sanjana so brilliantly covered. It's very important to be able to share your ideas. So I'm not, oh, there it is. I was wondering what happened to the rest of the picture. Anyway, so I was looking forward to college and I needed a summer job. So I had done some babysitting. There's that. And then also some people were getting jobs at fast food restaurants. That didn't sound too good either. But luckily, because of all the math I had taken, I was able to get a job as a computer. Now, at the time, I was called a